Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast.
How's it going, everyone? As you can see from Joe's background, we are indeed in spooky season. Yes, I like the skeleton riding the cat in the
Yeah,
background.
I wish I could say that this is set up for this person's house because I'm dog sitting right now. That this is for Halloween. This is their year round. It just happens. It
Understandable.
just happens to work that I'm here during the spooky season.
That happens a lot. But yeah, so today we'll be going over Survivor 49, episode 3, and this one was tough to watch. This
Yeah,
was like, well, I mean, we knew going in the snake bite was going to happen. Everyone on the internet, if you were paying attention, people were like, yeah, that is like one of the most dangerous snakes out there. And some people, myself included, was like, was this kind of like a cheat in the narrative or the edit and stuff? But no, Jake got bit. Thankfully, it was a dry bite, which means no venom was administered by the snake, but like still, they pulled him from the game just because they didn't want to risk anything.
yeah. It would take too long to get him into a normal state again. Uh,
Yeah,
did not want to did not could not do that. I mean, even if you like take someone away from medical for like 3 to 4 hours, like that's like a loss. But if you like take someone away for 48 hours, like it would be very unfair to then bring them back into the game.
yeah. And this one was done. I know like other stuff happened in this episode, but like this was probably what people are going to remember. I feel a little bad for Jeremiah because no one's going to like people are going to remember that loss, but like this was the high. I don't want to say highlight of the episode. This was the big part of the episode.
Yeah,
Uh, for the first time in an official episode, because we've seen like different stuff of like Survivor or about their production village and different like behind the scenes stuff. But like this is the first time we saw it in the show. As soon as he's bit, um, and Alex, because they have like a booklet of things that are poisonous to them, saw it was there. He had to be immediately taken over there, and they actually showed it being filmed, which was the first snake bite, and first time they ever done that for an injured contestant.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely interesting. Yeah, Jeremiah, I feel bad because this was just like one of the worst scenarios for like, first off, most of the times when someone gets medevaced on an immunity slash tribal council, you don't go to tribal. Jeff comes in and says, "Hey guys, tribal's canceled. You lost someone. No needs." They didn't even. They said, "Nah, not this season. This season, you guys, I know you just lost someone. You're finding out right now at the immunity challenge. You're going to run this
Yeah.
anyways, and someone else could go home." And the second I saw that puzzle, I was like, "You guys really did another 3D jigsaw puzzle that they can that this tribe clearly cannot do."
Well, I mean, they make all this set up before
Yeah, I know.
they
I know. I'm not saying that they like threw it
yeah.
in as a fuck. It was just like, are you fucking kidding me? We already know what's about to happen. You could have. I could have stopped it and skipped 10 minutes, and I would have known exactly what happens.
Yeah. I mean, like it was kind of sad too because once Jake left, they were like, we gotta pull it together. We're gonna do this for him, and it just was not a car. Uli Tribe was like lagging for a little bit. It's those puzzles that
Yeah,
stop them every
and,
time.
and it went a bit literally exactly how I thought, where they were still pretty competitive in the physical, but the second, like, because they didn't have Jake, who was the one giving them these huge leads to the puzzle. They didn't have that now. Now it was like an even race to the puzzle, and it's like, okay, well, even tougher for them. And man, they all have to after the season learn how to do puzzles. Like if every person on that tribe did not go home and look up 3D jigsaw puzzles and do them.
Yeah, this
uh,
is I'm not saying you always have to be the puzzle person because obviously everyone has to like hold their weight in it, but it will behoove you. That's one of the things you should definitely practice during if you're cast on Survivor, things you should practice: fire, um, swimming, and puzzles. I feel
yeah,
like those are the three things you should like if you're going to practice any of those three things, practice those.
yeah. I mean, it was clear that they just had no clue. I mean, at one point, Jeremiah had the top piece of the puzzle, was trying to figure out how to put it in, and it's like that's not it, buddy.
Yeah. This was it was brutal. And even like, Jeff was like writings on the wall and like you hear the sad music going and then you just see the three of them so defeated. Like
Yeah,
it's like at that point it's not even funny anymore. It's like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do think I know why they still did the challenge, and I think it's purely because of the idols. I think that they wanted to give tribes a chance to lose a challenge and get their idol. Um, but because of how it's activated, that has to be when you lose and are about to go to tribal council. Like because that is so like a small window, I think they're afraid to miss any windows. Like they like we can't just
Yeah.
cancel a tribal council. Um, it just is very unfortunate that this one tribe was so bad at all these challenges that they kept losing, and the other tribes could never go to tribal council because now we're swapping. I don't know what that means for the idols that got found in this episodes.
I think well, so I'm pretty sure the game makers are like, it still works for your tribe, for whatever tribe you're on, because we did see in the next time on Survivor, Rizzo is on the yellow tribe now, which their idol is currently hidden. And it doesn't look like Jason is on the same tribe. Or I don't know. This was me at like 3 a.m. finishing up the episode before I went to bed. But I know like it looks like it will be two tribes. Because I counted more than five people for the yellow tribe. There
Yeah,
was Sophie, Sophi B, Savannah, Rizzo. I think I saw, dang it, Jawan, Steven, and could have sworn I saw one more.
yeah. I don't know, but the yellow tribe, the idol was found by MC, so that
Oh,
idol
duh,
isn't
my bad.
isn't hidden. Um, so yeah, no, it's interesting because like if they both end up on the same tribe, like are they
Why
both?
did I think that Jason? Listen, it's HHN time. Like I had to get up early the day before, and then like barely got sleep, and also like yeah. So yes, MC does have the idol. And then it's like Rizzo. I don't think they're on the same tribe though.
Yeah. So hopefully they're able to, but even then, I mean, like there was like instructions to like go to certain places. So I mean now, hopefully that still translates over. So,
I still think it'll
yeah,
be the ball and chain one. That's just
yeah,
too tricky. Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna see. Rizzo, by the way, I mean, telling his whole tribe. Um, I don't think that's ever the move. I don't think you ever tell every person on your tribe about how being an idol. Even if you love your tribe and you have great vibes with that tribe, you don't tell everyone.
No.
You either keep it to yourself or you tell your closest ally. Like
I
those are
think it
your options.
maybe because they were like everyone's looking for it, so maybe that's why he felt compelled to say it.
Yeah, but he was kind of
Um,
like, "Whoa!" and he like went on and grabbed it. It was like
yeah.
totally no. like trying to like maybe look around, see, because that's what we
Yeah,
see all the time in these group hunts is people will see it and then they'll
sneak
like
it.
look around and they'll wait for their moments to get it in. So interesting strategy by the Rizz God.
It is, yeah. It is also interesting, I have to say, because that was after the challenge too. They actually cut away from the strategizing on the Kale tribe to go over there, be like, hey, you know, it's pretty much us versus the yellow tribe. Let's go hunting for an idol. So they took like a little breakaway with that, which seldom ever happens in
Yeah.
Survivor. I think they did have to kind of like fill the time a little bit because there
there
is like
wasn't there wasn't really strategy available beyond what we already knew and saw. I mean, if anyone actually thought that Alex or Sophie was going home instead of Jeremiah here, I mean they don't watch Survivor. They have not been watching that. It was
edited. Yeah, the edit
clear.
was it was more so like are they actually going to are they pulling the rug from under us again, or is it like
Yeah,
something where does he use his for me it was like does he use his idol or does he not use his idol? Because I
yeah,
feel like in that scenario it's tough to make that call, but I think most people would play their idol in that situation just to be safe, or at the
yeah.
very least shot in the dark and then idol.
Yeah, no, you definitely, I mean, should typically do that. Even if, and we know with the preview for next week's episode that they're swapping, but even if you didn't know that and this they might go again, I think Alex might feel comfortable in beating Sophie in fire making. So he might just think, oh, let me just use it now. So that way, if we do end up going, whatever, I just gotta beat her in fire and I'll become the next Stephanie LaGrossa of Survivor.
But yeah, I was wondering at the end of this episode, because at the end of the challenge, he was saying it was like, "Don't worry, you will have a chance to fight for Flim, but only two of you will." So like when that was happening, I was like, "Oh, so is it going to be like two?" And the next time on Survivor would tell us. So like I was kind of like interested to see if that was going to play out. It didn't turn out that way. They were like, "Nah." I mean, you two will technically do it, just you may not be on the same tribe.
Yeah. So yeah. This blue tribe, it's so weird because this is one of the biggest disaster tribes that we've seen in Survivor. Not one of the most compelling or interesting tribes though. I like just straight up in terms of like gameplay. This has been maybe one of the most boring gameplay driven tribes we've seen, and it's crazy because we're used to this new era where all these disaster tribes are disaster tribes because they're making crazy moves and they're constantly doing things that are wild and unpredictable. This tribe is doing the predictable thing, and it's still they keep going. They just are always out. There's no so it's like it's the worst of both like worlds where you're not even like no one's going to be like, yes, I want to see more of the Kale tribe. I want to see this tribe, go to tribal again. Um, and then it's also just like, they're just getting destroyed. So it's like, okay, well, good luck, Alex and Sophie. Have fun with the rest of the game, I guess.
Yeah. Uh, well, I mean, like the first two votes were pretty straightforward. It was like they wanted to
Yeah.
get rid of players they deemed weak. And then, the snake bite, it's just like run luck. Jeff even compared it to getting struck by lightning. It's like, yeah, it happens, but it seldom ever happens.
Yeah.
Um, and so like, and also they even said it at tribal council. Jake was kind of like a core pillar within that tribe. Like if they lost and went to tribal council again, it goes completely differently. because like maybe they do try and take out Alex, or maybe they try and like, or does it get flipped on Sophie, or do they
Yeah.
be like, what, maybe we do need to take out, like there's so many like different variables that could play out there. um
I still think Jeremiah just goes. I think I think I mean, at least from the edit, they made it very clear that Sophie, Jake, and Alex were like the three. Those are the three
yeah.
people that mattered in terms of the alliance.
my
Um,
one my one thing was, and Sophie was even like saying this too, she was like, if it's down to three, it's like, Alec, it seems like Jake is going to choose Alex over me, and I don't like that. So I would say there was that level of like playability, but doing that when there's four people is very tricky, almost
yeah.
damn near impossible to do because he can just play the idol and then it's deadlock and then um, someone goes home that didn't even get a vote.
Yeah. Um, okay, I wanted to mention I saw this really funny post by someone online, and it was moves made by the snake 1, moves made by Mitch from 48 0.
Yeah,
The snake
that's
had more of an impact on Survivor than Mitch, who got fifth place in 48.
that's cold.
Man,
No.
yeah, I could shit on 48 forever, but
Yeah. I know you don't like it that much,
yeah, uh,
but no, I mean this season so far, it is, once now that we're past like the disaster tribe kind of like portion of it,
yeah,
now it's going to be interesting to see how the game actually starts.
yeah. Because I'll admit the first 2 episodes were super mid, like super, like just like okay. It was like eating just brain rot food almost, where it's just like you're here, we're doing it. It's Survivor, but like it wasn't anything crazy or like memorable. I'm not like craving to watch those episodes again. This episode was then super sad and depressing because it was just like, oh, we're just seeing this tribe that already was just at the bottom of the barrel getting somehow to like the bottom of the earth.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, well, hopefully next episode when we get new people going tribal, something can actually be like happening in the game.
Yeah, I think that's very likely. Because like Yellow Tribe has been so purple edited in this one. And then obviously there's people are looking at the Uli tribe a lot because it's like, well, that's where Rizzo and Savannah are. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be in
looking at confessionals, even, I mean, clearly the winner is on the red tribe. Every single player on the red tribe has gotten a confessional every episode. Yellow tribe, there's 4 people who currently have goose eggs in an episode. So it's like
yeah,
that tribe's clearly not important to like the overall narrative of the story. The blue tribe is there it's getting stuff just because they're going, like
yeah,
but the red tribe, even when they're not going, we're showing them they care a lot about making sure that we know the dynamics of every single person of that tribe.
yeah. Um, which is fun, like, yeah, they're not hiding it that well. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
like it's like we hear a lot about like, specifically from like Nate's point of view about him and his like core four and how like Sage and Jawan are on the outs. And even this, it was interesting. I will say, like, there's not much to talk about apart from the Kale tribe devastation, but like
Mhm.
one thing is they did kind of flesh out Sage a little bit more, which I like
Yeah.
because I'm like, because they did that, well, like they had to do that with Carolyn because she was just doing like thing after thing. But like this one, they're like, all right, so this is Sage. She always kind of felt like an outcast and stuff. And then I was like, all right, she needed that for the edit because I don't think anyone wants to be the pee poop person on Survivor and that be their legacy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it depends. Maybe that was her goal. She started with that. That was her. She opened her mouth immediately about it. So there's definitely, you know, she should have done a little bit, but yeah, no. She actually got more confessionals than anyone else on Reddit this episode. Um, so at least they're trying a little bit with her.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
Yeah,
because like they also have to set up lay seeds like, oh, if this tribe goes to tribal council is like because like Sage was talking to Shannon was like like targeting Shannon's allies, and then obviously that's like, oh well, that means, and she's like, Sage was like aware, she was like, well, I haven't really heard too much strategy, so that means like it's making me think that I'm on the outs. So like we don't know if those seeds of like doubt will probably pay off next episode, but we shall see.
yeah, yeah. We'll see. My friend group who watched Survivor casually. I mean, they still love Sage. That's their person, and they're gonna root for Sage the rest of the season, regardless of what she says or does. And it's because of the pee and poop. No, it's because being the piss girl is. uh,
Yeah. But yeah. So MC and Rizzo have the clues to the idol. They have to lose a challenge. It does seem like next episode is going to be two tribes.
Yeah, yeah. I'd imagine because yeah, I mean you can't really do three tribes. I think at this point, it would feel kind of weird.
You could, I mean, they've done asymmetrical tribe
Yeah,
divisions before, but maybe they're like, like maybe this is like their transition into like going out of this era of it being three tribes in the beginning where it's like, all right, we're actually going to split into two.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, because it would be weird. It would be like a 5-5-4 split or something like that. I don't think that they would ever have a tribe start as a tribe of four.
they haven't done that in like since like
Yeah,
they only did that like in Panama.
yeah,
I think
and
that was the only time.
and that we'd have two tribal councils, so that tribe goes twice. I mean, that's like super screwing over anyone that's on that tribe. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, did you notice how like clear they basically told us that Savannah's winning the game in this episode? Did you catch this little moment? It's crazy what they said. Like what Jeff Probst says to Savannah.
That she keeps getting the
She keeps
is
taking
handing
it
the
in
idol.
its superstition and like I don't know it's like such like to me that's like a crazy thing that is them like fucking with us. That's either them fucking with us or something because that is crazy how Savannah is like the like huge odds on favorite to win the season and then they give her this.
Yeah. I kind of was like, I don't know, like I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But I wasn't like saying like, oh, that's a sign of winner, I guess. It was just like, yeah. Listen, I watched this at like
Yeah.
late. So like I'm like, yeah.
I did
Um
this. I did like a double take. I was like, "What? Did Jeff Probst really just say that?"
no. What I find interesting in this one too was so I don't think that they were doing it just because of the idols. I wanted to touch on this. Usually, if it happens before a challenge, that person's just medevac and then they keep going from there. If it's like after a challenge, then they'll do it. It seems like that usually is the case. Like if someone gets hurt early in the episode and they don't do it, like I think the last time I think they've done it where they just didn't do a challenge after someone was injured was way back in 30, not 32, with I'm forgetting the old dude's name.
Joe Del Campo.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's also things like where Courtney Moon got injured in the challenge.
yeah.
And then they went to tribal council and just didn't do anything, you know. So if they wanted to do the tribal council, they could have still just like said, "Oh, we're going," and then cancel it at it. So
I mean, yeah. I know they have, well, obviously they have like certain things game maker wise in case that does happen. So like we
yeah,
probably won't see like a double elimination where it's like a split tribal council later
mhm.
on because I know that's like a typical thing they like to do to help the episode count or like help the game move along faster.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but the On Fire episode with Jeff Probst. I wonder if he's going to talk about about this medical evacuation in like detail, or if he's just going to be like, "This was crazy, never happened on Survivor." Okay, now let's talk about what they're eating for what the rice, how we got the rice for them for later. I don't know.
I mean, I don't listen to it. Also, it's like that was the main thing of this episode. Like,
Yeah,
it would be crazy if they were like just they dedicated a large portion of this episode to it. So it's like, and understandably so, because like Jake got a lot of like screen time prior to this. Like, he seemed like like at the very least like a production favorite.
yeah,
Um,
I feel like there's a good chance, and I still think they need to do it again, where they bring back medevac players to be captains again. I think it's just a good idea, especially if you bring back people who were pre-merge medevac players, because then it's like they didn't really get a chance to play, so they're not like these crazy legends that are either going to dominate the game
yeah,
or immediately get taken out. They feel a little closer to that level playing field.
yeah, like trust me, it was cool seeing Penner play again, but like apart from like two people who just missed the merge and stuff, it did seem a little different, like in the sense of like also like at that point Penner played Cook Islands and fans versus favorites.
Yeah.
So it was kind of interesting to see that play through.
Yeah, and we saw. I mean, with him, he was the biggest like threat, but he was winning. His tribe was winning the pre-merge challenges very well. He had an idol, which scares him from taking him. So like there's definitely ways that he survived longer than he probably should have. Um, but like if you take, let's say Jake here, maybe Randon from 46. I would have loved to say Bruce, but he's already come back, so we can't even say Bruce anymore.
Yeah,
From maybe Matthew from 44, like have those three be captains for a season. I mean, I'd be okay with that. I'd be down with this.
yeah. I think it'd be cool. We will see what they do, like because after Survivor 50, I feel like they're gonna have a new era. Or they're gonna try and like switch things up again.
Yeah, I hope that we're not getting a bunch of newbie seasons until 60. Like it was okay that they're trying to get new players in to like join the circulation, but now that we have a bunch of these new players, give us like every few seasons some new or like some returning people to come back.
Even if it's like a captain thing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Because these new era players, even though they're new and it's like, oh, look at how exciting we got new players, they're not going to be like well known until they've been out there two, three times as like and doing well those times. Like that's what really launches players into being, well known and respected players in the community. Playing one
yeah,
time, it's like, oh, that's cool. That's like it almost feels like you become like a niche survivor like player, where it's like, oh yeah, a casual fan's not gonna remember, people who only played one time. After a
yeah.
couple seasons of that season, casual people forget about you. But if
Returning,
you're
yeah, returning
yeah,
players get more street cred.
yeah, because and casual fans remember the returning seasons way more than they remember newbie seasons. Um,
That is fair.
so so yeah, Survivor, give us more. I know it sucks for also everyone applying because right now it's like a little easier. It's been easier than this stretch to get on because of the fact that there isn't just returning player, returning player. Because like think of like the 20s. There are so many of those seasons that have returning players that take up some part of the cast.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also like the pool, I don't want to say the pool is shrinking for it. I will say like Survivor wasn't what it was back then. It still has like a very strong, loyal fan base, but they're even like, hey, we're gonna look for people that aren't just like diehard Survivor fans, as well. Like the fan base, when it comes to the pool of reality TV, I don't know if it's just because we're in this field, but I think reality TV has made more of a resurgence in the last couple years. And I also think moving forward, and this is something that I've been thinking about a lot because of AI and the use of it in a lot of entertainment stuff, specifically in like film, like TV and feature films. If reality TV will be one of the true forms of like entertainment, where it's like, because like with AI, it's like I know we use our brain steals and stuff, but it's like there's something about the sport of actually watching people compete. I mean, and this boils down to whether you're someone who watches football, whether you're someone who watches dance shows, or people who you know the rich billionaires for the actual Squid Games that go on, where they watch people fight for their life. And so it is interesting how that might actually shape a lot of what we watch and what, like more reality TV, because it's like, well, people don't want to watch the stuff written by AI now. It's like they want to see real people do stuff.
Yeah. And then that's when they figure out how to use ChatGPT in reality TV still as well, and they start come up with all the scenarios and formats and themes based off of AI. Um,
I mean, that could definitely be a thing, but
yeah,
I mean, more so the players doing this stuff.
yeah. Yeah, I recently discovered that you can simulate seasons of Survivor on ChatGPT, and it is terrible. It's like they don't it like doesn't quite understand the rules of Survivor, and it's actually really funny because sometimes it will say like, and then Lisa got eliminated. Wait a second, Lisa didn't get eliminated. Actually, it's good, and it forgets its like logic, and then just starts making shit up.
Yeah, it'd be insane that way.
Yeah.
Uh, no. So, I know we have confessional Cal, MVP, LVP, but I do think it's interesting that there have been this common theme in at the tribal councils of like the sinking boat. And then like I did like the analogy with the whole thing about like, oh, now life raft is coming. The thing is, it only fits two. I don't know. It was just a cool line that kind of like stuck out to me,
Yeah.
especially since tribal council is a big ship.
Yep. Yep. I don't know. I'm just hoping that next episode we get something interesting at Tribal. That
More
is that
strategizing.
we need something to go down that is surprising. That is like, oh dang, the game is afoot. Because right now
Yeah,
it hasn't been that way for the first three episodes. And hopefully we get there now that the disaster tribe does not have to be the disaster tribe anymore.
yeah. I do think the thing is it's like we know that like Jeremiah's gonna go and whether or not he plays his idol. But like I do
You mean
find it interesting
Alex?
there. Alex, who did I say?
You said Jeremiah.
Is there even a Jeremiah on this
Yeah,
season?
he went home this episode.
Shit.
You're doing great. You're doing
Ryan is
great.
too sleep deprived.
Yeah.
but no. Whether or not Alex is going to play his idol. And then like you see Jeremiah and Sophie B try and strategize to see like can we like get him to not play his idol, like make him feel like he's so secure. And I'm like, this has a very low chance of doing it, especially
Yeah,
because Alex is a super fan. Like anyone
yeah.
that goes on there and wants to do something as who wants to do the side quest of like, hey, I want to disprove the margarita curse. It's like something tells me this man will play his idol.
Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of is the only thing that really makes sense. And like also, you don't want to then like put two votes on Alex. He plays the idol, and then you're going as a two, and you voted for him because then instantly you guys are not working together. Like
Yeah.
we're in one of those scenarios where like maybe a vote or two at a swap try they'll work with you, but long term you have lost that person.
Yeah, it's an awkward survival.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what else there to talk about. This was mostly the medevac. Oh, I guess something that we can't say. Ironic that the shoe bandits got bit on the foot.
Yeah, I had that thought last night as well. I was like,
Yeah.
also, I'm pretty sure like after, no one's shoe was left that they were like, it's probably Jake. I mean, like honestly, out of the bunch, if I were like on that tribe, like I was an additional person, first off, I would be begging for a swap. Second off, I would be like, it'd probably be Jake. Jake seems like the kind of guy who has like a fun little sense of humor and stuff like that. He would probably be doing shit like that.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, just like in terms of like the ironic, I guess like what a story end for him for the shoe bandit to come to a close. Um,
Yeah,
I guess that's something. But that's also like why I think I mean he does feel like out of a lot of the pre-merge people, a very likely person to come back.
I
Um,
agree. I definitely agree.
yeah, because yeah, I mean production loved him. He was in a good spot. He got medevac from something that's never happened before on Survivor. Like I can already tell Jeff can easily have the story of Jake coming back. Like and Jeff loves his stories.
He does.
If he can pitch a story to you, that means that you have a chance of coming back. If
Well, I
he
mean, like,
yeah
it's also his job as host to like be a spin doctor
yeah
and be like, hey, spin it like this. Like,
yeah
this is the same guy that's like, yeah, in person reunion is better as opposed to waiting a couple months to do it live, which everyone loves and thinks is exciting.
yeah
And he was like, yeah, but now we get it when all their emotions are here. It's like, no,
no
don't bullshit us. You did this because of the pandemic and like
and
those
then
kind of rules, and
and then
you
you just didn't want to
stick
go
with
back.
it because it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's like, I love you, Jeffy, but
At least it's gonna come back in
no
50.
bullshit.
That's like 100% it's gonna come back in 50. So
Yeah. Yeah,
and if it doesn't, then we know that Jeff and production rigged the whole thing, and that our votes didn't matter.
yes. Yes. All right.
Okay,
Uh,
we ready for
so
confessionals or
we can do confessionals first. Yeah.
okay? Okay, so Jake went out with 18 confessionals, and
Makes sense.
Jeremiah went out with 12 confessionals. Um, Okay, top of the leaderboard is still Alex. He is at 27 confessionals right now. Next up, we got Sophie B. Yeah, 23 confessionals. What a shocker that those two have the most right now.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Rizz God, the Rizz God, at 15 confessionals.
How many did he get this episode?
He only got two.
Oh, wait. I'm guessing he still just had a bunch from the first because, like, didn't he get
Yeah.
only one last episode?
Yeah, he got 12 in episode one, one in episode two, and two in episode three.
All
So,
right.
so we're showing him, but probably not as important right now. Even though he found an idol. Um, okay, and then next up is Savannah at 13 confessionals.
Yep.
And then next up, interestingly, I'm actually kind of shocked by this. We got Jawan at 11 confessionals, right under Savannah.
Did he get anything this episode?
He got one,
Yeah,
one
because I know like
confessional.
last episode he got a bunch. This one, I know like the idol hunt probably was where he got it because
Mhm.
like there wasn't really too much going on there except the only things I remember was the idol hunt and Sage talking about her past.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I want to do a quick guess because we're about to go to someone on the Yellow Tribe here who has the most confessionals on the Yellow Tribe. Who do you think that is?
I have to look this because I'm thinking it has to be Steven or MC. So I'm just gonna say Steven because I know he had more in the past.
Wrong. It is Matt with 8 confessionals, yet he got a goose egg in this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Which I think is weird because it was like we did say he was very heavily edited in comparison to the rest of the tribe in the first two episodes. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it was just because I was tired, but when I saw the next time on Survivor and then that one shot of him, I was like, oh shit, wait, Matt's on the season.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, he was not even. I don't even know if he like touched the screen besides the challenge. Like, and then
yeah,
let's see. So then we have a tie here at 7 confessionals. A bunch of people tied here. We got MC at 7, Steven at 7, Nate at 7, and Shannon at 7.
which ones did not receive a confessional this episode?
Yes. So let's see. Out of those ones, I mean, they all received confessionals in this.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then next up, we got 6 confessionals. We have Sage at 6. Um, and then we have Jason at 4 confessionals. Sophie, who has 3 confessionals with 0 in this episode. And then we got Kristina, who is at 2 confessionals and got another goose egg, 2 in a row.
It's not good. This
Yeah.
is not good.
Everyone assumed and expected her to be the Sheree Fields. Don't see that happening in the season if you're getting 2 goose eggs early on.
No, yeah, that's I feel bad because like not only are you on this season and everyone's looking for season 50, but you're also getting under edited as well.
Yeah, when you would literally have under 1 confessional in episodes in 3 episodes with more content, by the way. Like, we got to still remember that this is like her edit right now is the kind that you would have gotten in hour-long episodes every time. Now we got 2 hour premieres, 90-minute episodes, and still she's being edited like this.
Yes, you have minus commercials and everything, an
Yeah,
extra 20 minutes basically
yeah.
uh for up screen time. It's sad, but yeah,
Uh,
damn.
yeah. And that's everyone there. But yeah, we already got 4 people who are guaranteed not to win the season with those goose eggs. We got I mean MC who does have episodes got 1 in the premiere, so I'm already saying MC's not winning the game. Could go
Yeah, no.
far, not winning the game. Sage not winning the game with 1 professional at the start. So I mean, yellow just in general. There's you you do not edit a tribe that has the winner on it the way that they're editing the yellow tribe this season.
Yeah. I would say your front runners are um Alex, Sophie screen time, uh obviously Savannah, Rizzo, and then Nate as well. I feel like those are kind of like the main characters.
I almost wish the other Sophie was getting the screen time because at least her name is Sophie S, so it would have really fit for Sophie screen time.
Yes. Um, but no, like there hasn't been this is why we refer to her we've been referring to her this episode as purely as Sophie. It's because the other one has I wouldn't blame you if you forgot there was a second Sophie because they haven't shown her that much. I think
Yeah, I feel like in my opinion, I feel like she hasn't even got to the confessional. Like that's how how much I forget. Like the fact that she had a confessional in episode two, like blows my mind. Like I swear to God, she was not on in that episode.
oh no. But yeah. Um all right, MVP and LVP. MVP is I feel both are tough to say. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
who's
I
giving it
feel
to
like
the snake?
that's fucked up and you know it. Um MVP, I might I'll give it a shared one, both MC and Rizzo, because they found the idols. LVP, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. I don't think anyone has truly earned MVP in this
Yeah, there
episode.
wasn't really any standouts here, and I feel like
Yeah,
LVP, I can't even give it to anyone, in my opinion, because like it was
but
just unfortunate circumstance. It wasn't even like
yeah,
bad strategy or something that sent someone home. One was just a freak accident. The other,
yeah,
it was like, well, it's like who is going to go with who and what is the stronger bond out of the bunch?
yeah,
And Alex has the idol.
yeah. You could be an amazing Survivor player and play Survivor 100 times. Sometimes you're going to be dealt a bad hand and you're just going to go out. Like that's just
Yeah.
kind of how it felt with Jeremiah. He just got dealt a hand that he couldn't do anything with. he got a 2 and a 7. That's what he got in this episode. That was his poker hand.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I mean, I might just give MVP to Sophie just because at least like she was the one most in danger of either her or Jeremiah. In a weird way, she's happy that he burned the idol so she can find it, even though we're about to swap and that's gonna be like a gone idol.
They don't know. There's
Yeah,
always before the boat ride.
yeah. It's
Sometimes like
possible that they have a day off and that both of them are just gonna look immediately at the beginning of next episode, and then we're gonna swap the next day. It's possible things can happen, but I guess I'll give it to Sophie there, and then yeah, LVP. I mean, I'm just gonna say overall, it's just the Blue Tribe. Like it's just if they're bad at doing the puzzle that bad, I mean it's just gonna be that way until their tribe's gone, which is happening next episode. So
yeah, it's I just felt so bad for them. Like this, like I said, like this one was just like on a whole other because like even giving it the label of disaster tribe, because usually we say that in like tongue in cheek kind of way. It's like that
mm,
is even like even then it's like that label is like it was just that and like obviously like with a serious medevac like that, it's like I do like the thing in this episode, like Alex was like, maybe, this happened because, like he was meant to be there for his wife and see his son born.
yeah,
Um, and I'm like, that there was some comfort in that at the very least, he got to see, his firstborn be, like he was there for that at least.
yeah. I get that, but also, I mean,
I,
yeah,
I mean, like, it's making, like it's trying to put a spin on, a bad event,
Yeah,
but like
they try to make it not as depressing as it was, but
no, it's
no,
still
no
sad,
one's
but
buying
like
it. So yeah,
I mean, like, there's like a little, like, no, it's straight up like sad and like hard to watch. Like, I'm just like in the break room right now, just watching this, and I'm like, have to go right on set right after they lost again. I'm like, oh, like, even Jeff was like, this is probably the most quiet I've seen winners in a challenge. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's like everyone knew like how bad the Blue Tribe was feeling. I mean, literally the last episodes, Jawan, like that was the thing was like, hey, we're gonna try to help the Blue Tribe a little bit. Let's punish the yellow. Let's punish this other tribe. Maybe give them a chance. Does not help them. Um, and so it's just been some of the worst luck possible for them. Um, it's not over. Alex and Sylvie can still do something in this game. Obviously, we're about to swap, and
yeah,
that can obviously be good for their games.
more often than not, it is because
Yeah,
there's usually tensions that build on other tribes. There's mercy rule. I feel like there is typically like a mercy rule that I've seen where it's like, all right, you've been to tribal a lot. We might use you as a number because usually those people are desperate as
yeah,
well.
yeah. And also, I mean, we literally saw red and yellow probably going to duke it out, which clearly we know based off of the edit, the red tribe is going to likely win the overall war between those two tribes going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Alex and Sophie honestly are probably going to make it to merge and jury because why would
yeah.
anyone make a shot at them pre-merge right now? It just doesn't make sense.
No, no. That's a number for you for someone who is desperate, especially
Yeah.
because it looks like I think they're on separate tribes.
Mhm.
But yeah, so like you need that.
Yeah. And like their closest connections to each other, you can take them out early mid merge and it's fine. Like if you're scared of like their story of getting to the end, so yeah, we're gonna see. I do think that if there was a Kyle Frazier like person on the season, I would give it to Alex. I do think I can see that to some degree. I mean, he's got the most confessionals. Kyle had like the most confessionals
He
most of the
he
time.
he also tried. I wanted to have I wanted to have an alliance that no one would guess or know about, and like
Yep.
and like even Jake did that. I'm like, they saw 48. They're trying to. Well, actually, I don't think they did see
They
48.
didn't see the end. They saw like the first half, which means that they probably think Joe won.
Yeah. So it's like that's the big possibility. It's like it could be like, but then again, I feel like I saw potential in Kyle, and from the draft, I was like, I think this guy got it, or at the very least, he's going to make it deep into the game. But even me, I was like, just based on what we are saying, I was like, yeah, it does seem like
Yeah,
Joe was, like production favorite.
yeah. Jake was production favorites.
Yes, I
Yes.
meant Joe from 48.
Oh,
I'm not
got it. Yeah.
that's not my sleep deprived brain making
Yeah.
a mistake. That was like
Okay.
was talking about Joe from
Got
last
it.
season and how like he seemed like production favorite and getting a lot of like good content. And
Yeah.
so like if I were to only watch the first half, I would still think it's probably Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go back and watch our 48 and what we're thinking. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm never doing that. How does it feel, Ryan, by the way, your unofficial winner pick getting medevac here? Because sure, your winner pick is Savannah, but because we knew that Savannah and Rizz God were going to be first picks, Jake became your first like real overall. You get the pick of the litter pick.
Take whatever victory you want, Joe. You've had it hard the past few rounds. Uh, I do think it is one of those things where it's like, A, we did our research, so we knew,
Yeah.
and luck just happened to draw that I got Savannah first. Because if it was you, you picked Savannah first, I would have picked Rizz God. But I think the sad thing is, and we've touched on it a lot this episode, is that Jake had potential, and I feel like he was uh who knows what other like shenanigans and stuff, and also the bromance he had with Alex got cut very prematurely.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it always sucks when you lose someone to a medevac, especially if they're high up on your list, because it's like that's something that more often or not is through no fault of their own. It's
Yeah.
like something happens in a challenge, or like something like a freak. This was like straight up a freak accident. I don't think we've ever had any medevacs due to an animal of any kind. People have been bitten by sharks, but it was never anything like bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Jake. Yeah, I will say, I mean, yeah, look at your draft, Ryan. You got Savannah, and that's gonna win you this draft. But you have like everyone else who is like guaranteed not to win this game.
Oh well,
Yeah, you got Savannah. That's all that matters.
because I did my homework.
No, barely. It was the most obvious fucking thing that we've ever seen.
Listen, this is making up for the Jackson Fox thing
Yeah, but
way
that was
back
a
when.
first boot. First boots or whatever. This is winner
This
pick.
is
This
making
is
up for
this
that.
is this is
Yep.
deciding winner. And by the way, I am going to also say that we're winning this based off of who got the winner, and also a second win of placements of who got the people with the highest placements. So that to me that's going to be the real prize, because that's going to be the real determining factor of who actually did a better draft deck. Which, by the way, I'm winning that right now.
You are. You technically are.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten the first basically I've gotten the odds, you've been getting the evens.
Yeah.
Listen, Joe has been through the ringer the past two seasons, so I think I'm glad that this is more even and it is more in your favor. Just know I cannot let you win.
Yeah.
It's like
I
I know it's some bullshit, like like it was like you only did it because of this, and I'm like, yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
and
like, what are you gonna lie? like it's so clear, and like, man, this season needs. So far, it's been so telegraphed that it's like, okay, are they just telegraphing us who's winning, and they're just saying, whatever, we're gonna have 50. Let's just have this be the most predictable season of Survivor of all time, and then we'll get to 50, and then worry about actually making things interesting and what could actually happen. I don't know, but man, I hope Savannah and Rizz God don't win. Like, and I'm saying Rizz God too, and that's because I really don't want the winner of our draft to be decided by, hey, we just know that these two are on, we have to pick them.
I will say that you have both Alex and Sophie B, so I feel like if there's any two not winning it, it would probably be those two.
Yeah,
And then I would also throw Nate into that category as well. So
yeah, I think Nate's gonna go far. I don't know if he's gonna win. I definitely think he's been doing good in terms of like pretending to kumbaya and like really like getting like not being the old curmudgeon kind of character that just kind of says,
well, I
back.
mean, I know there is a threat to the disaster tribe once they hit merge. That if they were like the disaster tribe, that gives them like a little advantage of getting further. And then also they have that story of like, oh, I survived this craziness. I was in a horrible situation. I, like wasn't eating and stuff like that. Like, they always have like that element going into FTC. So but that also means, oh, they might get targeted because they were part of the disaster tribe, because like oh, like they were doing good in the game, or like, oh, they made it this far. They have a really strong case for the end because they had to survive more tribal councils and more bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, I mean Alex, Sophie are definitely contenders. If you were to give it to a yellow person, I have Steven, who is like maybe, you can give him he at least had an interesting first episode. Not really much
Yeah,
after, but at least like at least out of everyone on the yellow tribe, he at least had maybe a story to like latch on to that maybe will get filled at some point. But yeah, I mean, we kind of are in a situation right now where we got three people who probably are going to win. One of them is most likely going to win, and the other two were kind of like, well, let's see if we get a Kyle situation, and then that's where we're in right now.
yeah. All right, y'all. That is it for this episode. Is there anything else you want to add, or
No, I think
yeah?
that does it. Yeah, I'm surprised we were able to talk this long about this episode.
Well, we talked about AI. We talked about season 50.
Yeah, we did have to find other things. Yeah,
Yeah. So I feel like we know how to fill the time. We know how to fill the time. I am
yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Chatterbox after all,
yeah. That's
even
true.
though my brain is like, I will probably try a nap after this. It's, yeah.
There. Okay, well, that does it for this episode of the Day After podcast. We will see you all in the next one.
Peace.